Welcome to the Low Country Revolutionaries, the podcast that dives deep into the heart of Charleston, South Carolina's vibrant entrepreneurial scene. I'm your host, Bill Bellott, founder of Veritas Exoscience, and each week we're spotlighting the boldest innovators from the Chucktown startup community. These are the visionaries pouring their heart and soul into the businesses that are transferring Charleston into a global hub of creativity and American ingenuity. Get ready for raw, real conversations with the trailblazers shaping our city's future. Let's dive in. I'd like to welcome Matt Grason, founder of Level Up Video. Today, we're going to talk about something different, an app where teachers can choose things they want and parents can contribute to that, reducing expenses on throwaway gifts, ensuring teachers feel appreciated, and making a more fun experience for students and families. Welcome, Matt. How you doing?
Thank you, Bill. Doing good. It was awesome to start our talk today, hearing some of your feedback as a parent.
Yes. I kind of went on and on with Matt about some of the things that we're experiencing in the school systems, good and bad, and, some of the frustrations about, basically sharing information between students, parents, and teachers. And so I was real excited when Matt sent me this, hey, we've done this app, and we're connecting teachers and parents together over the stuff we all get. Every parent gets this, like, hey, I need so-and-so I need, straws or pencils or, bleach wipes for the class. And so how are you doing this? How did you come about even getting started on this, Matt?
Yeah, my wife is a teacher and has a real good group of teacher friends, and 5 holidays a year for teachers: Teacher Appreciation Week, end of school year, Halloween, Valentine's Day. I'm missing one, but teachers get a mountain of candy on each of those holidays.
Wow.
And it's from parents, and they want to show their gratitude. And teachers, it's heartfelt. It is. My wife does not eat candy. She still has Christmas candy she's working on.
Candy.
Yeah. She'll eat a piece a week. I'm not kidding. A piece a week, maybe. And so the teachers get all this candy, and more often than not, it ends up getting eaten by the students or thrown in the trash.
Right.
And it's a bad situation because teachers want a gift, they want to enjoy a gift. Parents want to show their thanks. I don't think parents have any idea what to do, or that their gifts are not, going into the right people. I mean, 2 in 3 Americans is pre-diabetic or diabetic. Like, there's a lot of teachers that can't eat this stuff. So her friends were drinking some wine and talking about, I wish we could just trade that candy for $20. Give me $20.
Yeah.
So we came up with an app where instead of getting teachers candy, teachers pick 3 things they like. My wife is like, I'm a nerd. I would want plants in the garden, books, and cheese. Get me cheese. I'll eat cheese.
Right, exactly.
And then parents can choose what fits in their budget when they want to appreciate a teacher, and teachers get just that. But what you and I were talking about is a neat addition. We were talking about how if you take your dog or cat to a boarding place, if you're going out of town for the weekend, you get all these updates on your dog, on your cat.
Right.
Fluffy made a friend. Fluffy's eating a snack. Fluffy took a nap and is doing great.
Right.
And in school, for human children, parents get no updates.
Right. Yeah, it's completely blank. And then at the end of the day, we ask our son or daughter, so how'd it go? It was fine. And that's it, Yeah.
What'd you do at school? Stuff.
Yeah. Yes, I've heard that a million times.
Yeah. So my wife has been taking pictures and videos when the kids do stuff and sending it home maybe once a month. And the parents love it. They love to know what their kids are doing. They love to be able to ask good questions to their kids. So now they're going over the Revolutionary War. And the question was, which character did you portray in this play? Some of the kids were tax collectors, some were merchants, some were British soldiers. And so now the kids and their parent get this neat exchange because the parent knows what's happening in the class.
Right.
So this would be an opportunity to treat the teachers, but it's also an opportunity for the parents and the teachers to get better connected. Right. And our big term goal is to reduce the mess of different apps, logins, and floods of information parents and teachers get.
Right. Yeah. And that's that. We were talking a little bit before we got going. It's like in our school system, we have 3 major apps. We have Parent Square, we have Power School, we have Schoology. There's probably some more that I don't even know about, but they all have different logins. Every parent has their own login. It's not even like you have a joint account. They're supposedly taught to each other, but they don't really. And so it's hard. It's like an additional burden on top of parents to figure out where is things. And then on top of that, every student has their own login and they're probably their own school issued laptop. And so if they go in, they see stuff that maybe it's a little different too.
We saw one app that is a classroom update app, and it charges parents $10 a month.
Whoa.
So you have to pay to learn what your kids are doing in class. And not that that's a huge amount, but that is such a bizarre thing. You should know what is happening in your kid's class for free.
Right. I mean, my taxes already pay for public education and charter schools right now. So you would think that would cover just, hey, what's going on in school. Besides, we all get, it's like, hey, it's good to know what grades they're making. But, theoretically, the schools are producing well-rounded young men and women. There's more than just grades going on at school.
Totally. And what we've noticed that has surprised me the most is parents, principals, and teachers are aligned in what they want and where the frustrations are. They enjoy working with each other, and each group is bothered by the difficulty of going between this app, sending this message. They didn't see it for months and months. It's such a problem. And to hear you, a parent, be aligned with my wife, a teacher, her teacher friends, like it's just everybody wants the same thing. We are stunned that there's nothing like this. What happens is there's a dozen apps that do one part of this, but we really want there to be a single hub where parents and teachers can get together and talk about what their kids are doing and what's best for their kids. And if parents want to show appreciation to teachers, they can through this app.
That's nice. So how are you planning on kind of rolling this out? What's kind of your strategy? I know you were telling me it's like you're in your early days of doing this. So what have you thought of so far?
We got a little crazy and we made a goal. We'd like to get 1,000 teachers signed up for Teacher Appreciation Week. It's the week of May 4th. Charleston County, some schools do it the next week, but we want 1,000 teachers. There's over 4,000 teachers in Charleston County alone. I think there's 56,000 in the state of South Carolina.
Wow.
And then we have connections with teachers in 4 states down here in the South. So if you're a teacher and you're sick of getting candy and you'd like to turn that candy into something you enjoy, it's the website is treatyourteacher.biz. It's not the permanent location for it, but it's what we got now. We want to talk to every teacher and principal that's interested. It's been amazing to collect parent feedback from you. And we've got a working demo right now on the website. You can sign up to be on the waiting list. Anybody who signs up, we're trying to get people on there. And it's really exciting. I mean, I can't believe all the different companies that do all the different things and the needs are still not met. And you and I talked about how it's possible to have tech that doesn't really address the needs of the audience. We've been constantly shocked at the positive reception. We're already talking to the Charleston County School District Superintendent's office. And we've got a couple schools that we're going to be signing up in the next 2 weeks.
Nice. And so does your system work on, I'll say like Apple and Android type things, or is it browser based? How does the system kind of work?
That's a great question. Yeah, it should be working on anything. So I know we've tested it on our phones and online. We literally just finished the website last night, so it is brand new. But it is, it's moving fast. But the cool thing is, being this new, we're very agile to feedback. When we started doing this, we just wanted to make teachers feel more appreciated. The superintendent in Charleston County oversaw the largest raise for teachers in Charleston County history. And it was long overdue.
Right.
Like, Charleston is growing. We need amazing teachers to come here. We need amazing teachers to stay here to help build our community. And getting the teachers that attention and that support has been a huge priority for Anita Huggins. The stuff that they are doing in that office is so incredible. And they have this wonderful group of teachers and principals and parents that are very involved, really want to see the city that we love grow, and want the teachers to be supported. Because if the teachers are happy, the kids are going to be happy. And it's a big ecosystem that is not as connected as we should be.
Yeah. It's surprising with all the tech we have, and especially since Charleston's like, Silicon Harbor, that, you would think it's better than it is, but, obviously you guys are addressing this amazing need. Now, when people go to sign up, what kind of information are you looking to get from them? Do they have to, show their teacher credentials? How do they get into this system,
No, but maybe we should. It's super simple. You can sign up on the waiting list on there. Honestly, signing into the app takes about 5 minutes. As a teacher, you're putting in your school, what you're teaching, you're picking the items you'd like to receive from families. As a parent, you're picking your school and then putting your name and your child's name in there. We have tons of security. It's very important to be secure with all this information. But being able to update parents and make sure that they know what their kids are learning. My wife says there are these amazing moments where kids are learning and working together and laughing and having fun doing it. And then they get home and the parent says, "How was school?" "Fine." So the parent assumes my kid doesn't like school. And Shannon said, "I wish I could show families these beautiful moments of their kids where they love learning and they love growing together, and they make a mistake and they laugh instead of, oh no, it's this big, terrible thing." And I think giving parents insight into that and then helping parents appreciate their teachers in better ways, it's such a good cause. I mean, part of me is not surprised, because if you care about your community or your family at all, this strikes a chord.
Yeah. I mean, what you're describing just kind of strikes me. It's like, I would love to have. I don't need to know everything as a parent. No parent ever knows everything about their child, but it would be great to have an inkling into what things that they like and do well in school, besides the grades part. Just, because it gives me an opportunity to do some positive reinforcements in that area. And it may create another opportunity that wouldn't be there if I didn't know that. So I'm excited to kind of get a little bit more information, a little bit more, hey, give me some clues about what's going on, because this is like, they're developing and they're growing quickly, and I don't want to miss this.
One of the things that we loved when we thought up the idea was that students, because there's a lot of time in class where students, I don't know if y'all know, but like, as a teacher, there's like 8 things that a teacher works with the students on in a single class. It's crazy. So sometimes kids are working on stuff, half the class is finished, half the class is still working. So the kids have a minute or two to sit there. And my wife had the idea that in that brief period, with the teacher's permission, a kid can send a 30-second message home. Hey, today we learned about why taxes were so important during the Revolutionary War. And the Stamp Act was crazy because every piece of paper they had to pay a tax for. And they can send that home, and parents can learn that little neat fun thing that's happening from the students. I mean, it's so cute to make all these ideas happen. And we're lucky enough to work closely with Code and Trust and CEO Andrew Strickland. They built this app and this demo and this website in record speed. I think it's been like less than a week. And what they're able to do these days using AI to help them code is stunning. It used to take months before they could deliver something.
Right.
I've seen them deliver other apps in a week or less. They're such a talented team, and they're right here in Charleston.
That's amazing. Really, really amazing that they pulled all this together. And I assume, there's a back-end database and all the hooks to all the other systems and stuff like that. So that's a lot to pull together in a week. That is really, really stunning. So right now you're kind of focused on the candy sharing and moving away from candy and what is a better kind of a way to appreciate teachers. What do you see kind of going forward? I know it's really early here, but what do you see the opportunities going forward for this app?
We're already starting to get people that are asking us if we can put all these different apps together in one place, and we can. The fun thing about what Code and Trust does is no longer does every single line of code have to be written by hand.
Right.
So a lot of these programs that schools are using were built 5 or 10 years ago, when everything did have to be written by hand. So it moved at a glacial pace, and it took a ton of effort to make the smallest changes. Because of the way that Code and Trust builds these days, we don't have to move slowly. We can implement rapidly. We can take feedback like what you gave me today. You gave me great feedback as a parent. We can implement it lightning speed. And this is part of a program that Code and Trust calls Velocity. And they love that term because it's moving development forward faster than ever before. It's a very new offer. It's a very new thing. But to be able to take someone's feedback on a Tuesday and show them on a Friday, folks have been floored with how quickly we're able to add and adapt, and to keep it safe and secure and cute. I mean, if you go to treatyourteacher.biz, you're going to see how cute it is. It's like an orange and yellow color scheme.
Nice.
There's little emojis. The students and the teachers get to make their own emojis that look like them. It's the little cartoon characters. It's kind of cute. It's just, we want to make it fun.
I don't think you're old enough for this, but back in the day when I was a child, there was this cute little thing. It was from Japan called a Tamagotchi thing, and you used to have to take care of it and feed it and stuff like that. And what you're describing sounds like that. It's like, oh, we have now turned each teacher in their own little Tamagotchi, and I need to take care of my teacher and feed my teacher and stuff like that.
Pretty much. I mean, some of the research that we've done before we started building this has been really stunning. So like the average teacher in the United States spends between $667 and $1,500 a year on classroom supplies. That's insanity. I mean, where have we gone so wrong that teachers are spending this money out of their pocket? And when the teachers get the gifts, I can't remember, but it's like 91% of the gifts the teachers don't ask for and can't use because it's candy and they're diabetic, because they get 5 coffee mugs. And it's like, how many coffee mugs does a single person need? And I can't think of another industry where we have so much appreciation, but they're expected not even to enjoy their gifts. The fun thing is we're already partnering with groups that raise money for classroom supplies, and we're trying to make a little bit of a distinction for that, because giving a teacher a gift and giving the classroom supplies shouldn't be muddled. I mean, we want to keep our teachers happy. We want to show them appreciation for the work that we do. And this is a neat opportunity to make sure the classroom is supported, the students get what they need, and the teachers feel the love from the families.
Right. Yeah. Keeping sort of the supplies and logistics a little bit separate from the appreciation part. That makes a lot of sense to me too. Yeah, it's
totally.
like when you were talking about that. It's like, I can't think of anywhere else where this is. Well, back in the day, military was very much like this. And it's like, oh, great, I have 5 right socks, but I have one for my left foot. It's like, okay. And that's kind of like a crazy kind of example. But, it's kind of like that. It's like there was this mismatch in what you had versus what you need. And I think this app is great, that this is going to help, not only help with the communication, but kind of match things up so people are able to get what they need. People are able to use the resources to best help. and everybody wins out of this. So I love this idea. So how are you guys gonna? I mean, okay, so you get your 1,000 teachers, we celebrate. How are you guys going to keep this moving forward? Because somebody's got to pay for
Yeah.
this, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you're independently wealthy, Matt. I get that, but is it? How are you doing this?
We do take a small percentage of transactions to keep the lights on and to keep things running and growing. As we are able to add more features, we're hoping to reduce that as low as possible and shift some of the fees to what normal school districts pay for technology.
Perfect.
You would be kind of horrified at how much school districts are spending for these 3 to 5 different apps. 91% of the time, parents are not using these apps at all.
Right.
And so we want to change that. It's a tremendous waste of money. We know we can be more efficient. And we pioneered this at a Title I school. My wife works at a Title I school. And some of the feedback that we've had, people are concerned that we're taking this to a school, asking these low-income families to give to teachers. Of course, number one, they don't have to. This isn't Class Dojo.
Right.
It's free for teachers, free for parents forever. But I tell people, if you want to show an appreciation for your teacher, $1 adds up so fast. Your average class is 25 kids. If every class gives the teacher $1 a couple times a year, it makes an enormous difference. And when you know what this is going to, if you know that you are buying books for your teacher to read on the summer vacation, it makes you feel good. It takes some of the ickiness out of giving money, and it gives you a reason to give and feel good about it. Right. But where's it going? So I think that teachers get the summers off. My wife's family is up in Tennessee. We do a lot of road tripping in the summer. We want to take this to Georgia, the upstate, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee. We want to talk to every principal in those 4 states that we can. We've already had some interests at a couple schools in other states that we just know of through friends and family. But if we could start in the South and show the support that we can put behind these teachers and behind these parents, that's exciting. And Charleston County School District and Superintendent Anita Huggins have been so supportive. They know that teachers need help. They know that Charleston is growing, and we need to have the best teachers to make our young, growing people the best people they can be.
Right. Yeah. And it's interesting. It's like you bring up a whole different concept, because I've heard this from some of the teachers here in our county about other counties that are next to us, like, hey, we can get a bump in salary, $20K a year, if we moved over to this other county. And you can't blame them. It's like, no matter how much they love being here, $20K a year, that's a huge difference. That changes their lifestyle and their family's lifestyle. And it would shift. Let's just say everything goes great. Your app could shift the dynamic versus, hey, it's all about how much salary I have. If I'm in a county where the parents are able to, give me stuff and support me too, I may stay there regardless of how the salary changes over time. And so it is one of those things that could change the whole dynamic of what teachers you attract to different areas.
I hope so, because like our early research, anytime you get a community together behind something, a little bit goes a long way. You wouldn't think $1 could change these huge programs, but when a community gets together and puts very small amounts together, our initial research, teachers are estimating in candy, coffee cups, stuffed animals, socks, and candles. We're estimating that teachers get between $200 and almost $700 a year that they could use to put towards things they love. I mean, a date night with your spouse, a weekend getaway. I mean, teaching is stressful. We all know that. And the more that we love on our teachers, the more they're going to love on the kids that they work with. And like, if ever they're teachers, firefighters, police, we desperately need to be rested, relaxed, happy because they are building our community. And it's time that we start taking an active role and looking after our community. And the fun thing is you can do it with $1.
Right. Yeah, and that was one of the plugs, and you kind of mentioned it. That was one of the plugs I was going to put in there. So once you figure out how to do this for the teachers, go for the first responders. My family has first responders in it, and they're in the same boat. Think of law enforcement, firefighters. They get, people bring gifts and stuff every once in a while. It may, even though cops love donuts, there's only so many donuts they can eat. And, like you said, some cops are diabetic. Some may not like donuts. But, if they had a choice, like, hey, if you really want to show appreciation for, us, here are some options for you, because people are guessing otherwise. So,
that's right.
Do the teachers first, but I would argue for first responders number 2 for sure.
That's great feedback, Bill. So my dad was a physical therapist for 45 years, and he worked at a hospital for a long time. And he said, if you could see the gift baskets that get thrown in the trash at hospitals, because doctors get heaps of candy. I have a couple friends who are dentists, and they say, do you know how much candy people give dentists every year?
Crazy, right?
What the heck? And I think gift giving is broken because we want to show our appreciation, but we don't know what to do. And sometimes it's kind of nice if people just say, I like this. Can you get me this?
Right.
And so, teachers get plagued with Starbucks gift cards.
Right.
I have never seen a teacher use a Starbucks gift card.
Wow.
They're appreciative. They're thankful.
Oh my gosh.
But they're like, I don't drink that. I bring my own coffee.
Right.
Yeah. So I know that my wife's daughter gets all her Starbucks cards because my wife is like, I'm not going to drink at Starbucks. You can pay me to go to Starbucks.
Exactly.
And it's I want people to feel the gratitude for their gift. Even if you're giving $1, like, that's your hard-earned money. And I think when we give those kind of junk gifts, we miss the impact that we're able to make. And I want a family who's giving $1 or $2 to feel grateful, to feel like you are making my life better. Like, I appreciate you. Like, I would do this without the gift, but the fact that you choose to take your hard-earned money and share it with me, I want parents to feel the gratitude coming back.
Well, I'll give you another idea. This one's free, so that tells you how much it's worth. But beware of free advice. That's a wise saying.
And free cats, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, definitely free cats and dogs. So here's the thing, and you made me think about this from what you were saying. Another thing would be nice, since you are trying to show appreciation for the teacher, is sometimes people may not be able to, send money or gifts, but they would love to send a note. And that's another opportunity. You guys probably already built that into this, but that would be another thing that people can do. It's like saying, hey, you're making a difference in my child's life. Here's what my child did because of what you did. I know most teachers love that, right?
You have no idea how good that makes people. My wife told me a funny story of a student. This is PG, but it may be PG-13, but it's still family appropriate. But one of her students came up to another teacher and said, I love this new book I'm reading. It's so much fun. And the teacher said, what's the book? And she said, Diarrhea of a Wimpy Kid. And all the teachers, had to bite their lip and go, are you sure it's called that? And the teachers wanted to share with the families. Number one, it's hilarious.
It's
Number
hilarious.
two, it's so cute and so innocent. Yeah. And number 3, your child is coming to school excited to read, excited to learn, excited to, and parents don't hear that. They do not hear that. And if we can make the communication between parents and teachers better, they're both going to learn so many wonderful things about their kids that right now is being lost and forgotten.
Yeah, exactly. And, it's like people tend to get so focused on grades. It's like, oh, C's and B's and all that kind of stuff. You know, most of the time, if kids are getting A's, that's getting lost too because they're so focused on even A's. You know, they're missing all this other stuff that's going on, and I think it's just commendable that you guys are trying to raise this kind of awareness and help people kind of participate in a different way in their child's education, which is awesome.
It's been an amazing community already. You know, like I said, we have the tech help at Code and Trust. We have a lot of wonderful support. I was just at 1 Million Cups and I told a couple people, and they're excited. Like,
cool.
I've got people sharing this with their spouses who are teachers. And then, you know, the superintendent, Anita Huggins, has been amazing. They're just so encouraging. The neatest thing, Bill, is to see a parent like you, is to see teachers like our friends, is to see principals in our community all getting excited about this and all going, why doesn't this exist?
Right.
How does this not exist?
Right.
And it's been easy to work hard on it, and it's been easy to pour our love into this, knowing so much good is going to come from it.
That's cool.
So yeah, our goal is 1,000 teachers for Teacher Appreciation Week. So there's, what are we, March, April, beginning of May. That's our goal. So if anybody, if you're a teacher, if you know a teacher, or if you know a principal, you can go to treatyourteacher.biz. You can sign up for the waiting list as soon as the app is live. We're going to tell people how to sign up. It takes 5 minutes.
Awesome.
And you can get some well-needed cash instead of candy this year.
Nice. I love it. I love it. So this is awesome, Matt. So you'll have to come back in May and report how many teachers did you get. Did you hit 1,000 or did you get more? That'll be fun, right?
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Well, cool. Thank you so much for this day. This is great. I will make sure we get the word out about this, and I wish you the best of luck. I'm really excited for you guys.
Thanks for all you do, Bill. Hey, how many podcasts have you done so far?
I am over 50 right now. So yeah, it's I'm rocking it. It's awesome. It's a business on its own right now. You know,
good for you. It sure is.
Yeah, I appreciate it. If there are folks out there that would like to come on the podcast, I'm always open and talking to others and telling stories about what you're doing and the business you're working on. So give me a holler. That's a wrap for this episode of the Low Country Revolutionaries. Thanks for joining us as we celebrate the fearless entrepreneurs making wave in Charleston's Chucktown Startups community. I'm Bill Bellot, and it's been an honor to share these inspiring stories with you. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs a spark of low country innovation. Until next time, keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.